Greetings, brothers and sisters. What is up? Welcome back to yet another one from us. We are coming to you with another
funny news.
Now, this one's a disappointing news from South Africa. There's been an outcry on social media in South Africa. South Africans, Zulus, Xhosas, Ndebeles, Tswanas, all of them are like, what is happening to our beautiful country? Do you know why? South Africa's highest court has ruled that husbands can take the surname of their wives, overturning a law that barred them from doing so. In a victory for two couples who brought the case, the Constitutional Court ruled that the law was a colonial import that amounted to gender-based discrimination. Guess who brought about this case? Henry van der Merwe was denied the right to take the surname of his wife Jana Jordan, while Andreas Nicholas Bonman could not hyphenate his surname to include Donnelly, the surname of his wife, just Donnelly Bonman. The public broadcaster SABC reported, Parliament will now have to amend the Birth and Death Registration Act along with its regulations for the ruling to take effect. The law was introduced in South Africa during the years of white minority rule. Two couples had argued that the law was archaic and patriarchal and violated equality rights enshrined in the constitution that South Africa adopted at the end of apartheid in 1994. The Constitutional Court noted that in many African cultures, women retained their birth names after marriage and children often took their mother's clan name. But this changed after the arrival of the European colonizers and Christian missionaries and the imposition of Western values. The custom that a wife takes the husband's surname existed in Roman Dutch law and in this way was introduced into South African common law.
Is it true?
Hey,
No, tell me. Of course, you know your history. You've heard of it. They are saying that if now, for example, in your home, our children now carry your son, that's the culture.
I've never heard of it since time immemorial. This is the first of its kind. I've always known, well, they always say it's patriarchy, speaking. I remember just doing a video and explaining how things are done in Southern Africa, in South Africa and Swaziland. And what happens in our cultures is that if the man has not paid damages to, my family for impregnating me, that child can take my surname. No? You understand it? The child can adopt my surname because your family and you have not paid damages to my family for impregnating me out of wedlock. But if the child is born within, the marriage setup, that child belongs to the paternal family.
But you see this,
he or she takes the surname of the father. So this one, culturally, yes, if the mother was not, married to that guy, the child remains with the surname of the father, of the mother.
These cases were very rare in African society, right? But now we have the likes of Van Helsing or whatever they are. These guys are not even African, right?
No, that's the funny thing. Like, how do you come to our country and be the one to change laws?
But now, definitely, they own the country. Sorry, South Africans. These people own your country. You even land 70% belongs to them. So these guys are the same people who have been bringing in a lot of femicentric ideologies from the West that have emasculated our men in South Africa. That's why we can say in Africa, when you talk about those countries which have allowed gay marriages, those gay ideologies, those femicentric ideologies, we don't even
our culture.
Yeah, it's South Africa.
They're usually the leading country in Africa.
Exactly. And like you used to say, they brought this slowly by slowly, even with TV programs.
See, grew up watching it. It was very
exactly. So you grew up knowing gay is no more and all that.
Men kissing on TV in front of your parents.
Yes. And that was long time ago.
Yeah, very long.
So now it has left the TV programs and now it's in there. Now society. They are bringing it even more. They are making the woman more manly, which is impossible because we need men. We need the masculine part of our God-created nature. And without that, the society will not stand. And that is how it is introduced by this Van Helsing people.
Van der Merwe.
And after these people introduce it, it won't be working on like we saw even our brother Odemar going to the camp. What is it called? Orania. And these people say we are protecting our
preserving our culture.
We are preserving our culture. And that preserving doesn't include the gay scene because they say we are Christian, we don't allow that. It's men who do this here. It's, they are preserving their culture because they have ruined the African culture, which
Now
is
they want
very straight, and they want to keep theirs. The same people, the like of Van de Meer, is here presenting this, and now has forced the government of South Africa to accept. Then our brothers and sisters in South Africa will take it up, and the women will be like, you know what, I'm marrying you, but if you don't want to take my surname, I'm not marrying you.
Imagine.
And the man, because he's emasculated, he's finished. He's a feminine in a masculine body. You say, fine.
You be Mr. Me.
Yeah.
I think we should have
So that would be there to finish the man completely. What happens when there's no strong men in South Africa? Weak men create hard times, and hard times create strong men. The strong men will be the people who introduced this ideology. So it's over for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, take very good care.
Do you know what the argument is for South Africans? It's the fact that now their sisters will give the Nigerian men, the Kenyan men, the Zimbabwean men, the South African surname. So you have a name like Mohammed Ndlovu, Mohammed Dlamini, for example, and that is something they are totally against. But the fact that who is bringing this new law to South Africa, that is not even their problem. They don't even want to know who is bringing about this whole change, this law. I don't even think they know that this is Van der Merwe who is coming in with these new changes and, proposing them to the court. So South Africans need to wake up just beyond this whole marriage.
Malema has been trying to wake up them up.
He always says that the hate is on the fellow Africans, not
like
on the true enemy.
We did last week on the women being chased out.
Hospitals.
Yeah, and small kids being chased out of South Africa because they are Zimbabwe. It's across the border.
Yeah.
No, you see that now. This Dudula guy, instead of fighting for normal things, he's fighting for abnormal.
Now he'll fight for Zimbabweans not to adopt South Africans. And they're the same surnames in Zimbabwe and in South Africa. Love in Swaziland, love in South Africa, love in Zimbabwe. You wonder what is the hatred for? Brothers and sisters, let us know what you think about this in the comment section down below. We are disappointed. We're just waiting to see what will, be born out of. Yeah, support us by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and buying us coffee. Please buy us coffee. Although it's hot, we still need it to keep vigilant and report news as they come. Also support by super thanking and super chatting and buying our merchandise. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.